Hi my friends, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of the Necromunda project. And in today I'm going to continue with our Gang Stronghold with another addition to it. We're going to be building this guard tower with a nice little dead body attached to it. Alright, so if you want to see how I build this and you want to build one yourself, follow me to the crafting table and let's do this! Alright my friends, let's crack on with another Necromunda build. So we're gonna make this watchtower that is part of our Gang Stronghold. And we're gonna begin with a foam board square that is 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. I do, however, add to the platform later. In the corner, mark out 4 by 4 centimeters square as well. And as for the second piece, we're gonna need another square that is 7 by 7 centimeters for the top of the watchtower. Now, to make some I-beams, we're gonna make 7 of those 8 centimeter long I-beams. They are all 1 centimeter wide. And we're gonna need 7 of them. I do know that I made 5, but I'm gonna add to them later. Now, also make 2 I-beams that are 10 centimeters in length and mark out 6 centimeters from the bottom. Also, proceed to cut them out as well. Once you have cut out those 2 10 centimeter I-beams, also make 2 that are 12 centimeters in length. Now for the stairway, I'm going to use my template I made way back in episode 5. I will put a link to that video in the description down below. Now we're going to trace the template on a piece of foam board and make it 8 centimeters in height. And we're going to cut 2 of these, as you see here, that are all 8 centimeters in length as well. Now for the steps, I'm using some plastic mesh, and that is 1 centimeter wide and 4 centimeters long, and you're gonna need about 6 or 7 of them depending on your on the steps you need. But it never hurts to have more than enough. Now we're gonna cut out this 4 centimeter square that we drew on the first platform. Now let's glue all the I-beams together. Just do all of them, the small ones, the bigger ones, just make all of them. It will save time later on, so just start by gluing all of them together and then set them aside. Now glue the 8 centimeter I-beams beneath the platform in the corners, as you see me do here. Just follow along as I do. There it stands nicely. Now glue our stairway to the platform, to the side of the I-beam. Just hot glue that into place. And this is where I realized I needed another I-beam, so that would be I-beam number 6. Now I'm gonna glue that on the inside here. And once that is in place, I'm gonna glue on my steps. Like this. Just use hot glue. Now I'm using this diamond plated plastic card I still had for the platform. But you can easily swap that out if you don't have it with some simple cardstock, add some rivets to it. And once you glued it in place, flip the thing over and cut it flush with the edges. Like this. Now from the 12 centimeter I-beams, mark out 1 centimeter from the top and cut that at a diagonal angle like this. And do the same for the 10 centimeter I-beams as well, except we're gonna mark out half a centimeter this time instead of 1. But do the exact same thing. Cut them at an angle, like this. Now take the 7 centimeter platform, and we're gonna start by measuring, or tracing in this case, the edges of the I-beam from the corners. as you see me do here. Just follow along as I do here. And once that is done, cut 1 centimeter from the edge and take some scissors and cut that out, so you get this, like I'm doing here, so you get this cross-shaped platform, because we're going to be gluing our I-beams into it. Now, as I said before, we're going to mark out 6 centimeters from the bottom and put hot glue on it, and we're going to glue the I-beam to the platform with the two 12 centimeter I-beams on one side, because this will go on top of this platform. Do make sure though that the tilted angles are running in the same direction, or you will have issues gluing on your roof. Trust me, those things can happen. I've had them happen to me several times before with other things. Just attach them to it. Hold it in place for a little while, so to make sure, and it will look like this. As I said, make sure that the lines match up with each other for the roof. Now cut a piece of cardstock that is 8 centimeters by 8 centimeters for our roof. And we're gonna use again some more hot glue to attach it to the top. Make sure it is centered. You do have a couple of seconds to play around with it till the hot glue is fully dry, so try to make it as level as you can. And again, this is where I realized that I had to expand on my platform. So I cut another piece that is 10 centimeters in length and 6 centimeters in width and glue that to the edge. And as you probably noticed, it will as I'm gluing the watchtower on top of this, it will tilt to that side, and that is where I needed a 7-8 centimeter I-beam underneath to stabilize it. Here I'm gonna create two T-beams to support this structure. You know, as I build on the fly a lot of times, so you get these complications from time to time. So here I'm marking out where I'm gonna cut them, also at a diagonal angle. They will reinforce the platform underneath, but I'm still gonna need the extra I-beam in the center of the platform. Glue some more plastic card on it, or cardstock, or whatever you are using, so it matches with the first part of the platform. And here I hot glued on my my tower, and on where my hand is, there is where I glued the extra support beam underneath, because it kept tilting over. Now take some 3 centimeter high foam board, glue that on the edges. This will be some kind of protective barrier, and I'm gonna do that on 2 sides. Just use hot glue, as you see me do here. Like this. And lay it flat so you can cut the excess off. Now cut a bunch of corrugated papers and cardstocks and plastic cards and start by slapping it on everywhere. On the barrier that you've created, that is. And as I said, this is where the 7th I-beam is needed to stabilize the tower, otherwise the piece will tilt over. Here you can see it, I've glued it underneath in the center. And I'm gonna glue some more corrugated and plastic cards on the top of the guard tower as well, the top platform, for extra cover and support. Now let's make a ladder. I'm using this plastic tennis racket, and I'm using some clippers. To shape this ladder, which I simply hot glue on. First I'm clipping off those extensions on it, will go flying everywhere, so do make sure that you are wearing goggles. You don't want to get that plastic thing in your eyes. Here I glue it on. Now I'm gonna glue some more corrugated paper on top of my roof. And once it's on there, I'm flipping it over and cutting it flush with my knife. Then it will match up nicely. Using a scissor to cut the last part. Here I'm gluing in an excess piece of plastic card just to add some more detail to the top of the tower. It doesn't have to really match up, just slap it on there. Now I'm gonna begin by also gluing in corrugated paper on the inside of the barriers. Just to give it some more extra detail, just glue that all over on the inside everywhere, also on the top if you want to. Now let's make another cool detail, and let's hang a corpse from the tower. So I have this zombie figure and I'm wrapping some metal wire around its neck. I do have a lot of zombie figures. Just wrap it around its neck like it's hanging there. And I'm gonna use some hot glue on its back. First I'm gonna clip it to size, and I'm gonna put some hot glue on the zombie's back so I can stick him down to the tower. Hang him in place here. Now I'm poking a hole with a thick wooden dowel barbecue skewer, and I'm gonna press that in with some hot glue and wrap the metal wire around it. Now the next step is optional. With the leftover barbecue skewer, I glue this on as a future part to attach modular flags, which I will show in a later project. And that's, I'm cutting off a little piece here and here. And I'm putting some hot glue on it, on the bottom and on the side, so I can stick it down to the side of this tower. As I said, I am gonna make flags that are modular, so you can swap them out. Now let's prime this all black. And here my dog Batty comes to say hello. Hi Batty. Such a nice little boy. I love that doggy. Alright, my go-to for painting. Cover the entire piece with an overbrush of brown. Everywhere, everything. Overbrush it with brown. Then stipple and dry brush some silver paint. Doesn't matter if it's still wet. Just cover the entire piece. Make sure you do leave some brown and black in between. Just stipple it on. Now for the colors, choose whatever color matches your personal scheme. I do use red for the I-beams though. And here I'm covering the roof with a red, which I later switch on with a green, as I didn't want too much red, so I cover it with a green as you see me do here. But the I-beams, I do make them red. And just, yeah, give it all the colors that you want. Yellows, blues, greens, whatever you want. Now for the rust effect, I'm stippling on brown paint and then stippling over that with a bright orange paint, as I always do for my rust effects. Those who have seen other videos of mine know this is my go-to paint scheme for my Necromunda terrain. Alright, so I also painted the zombie, and with that our piece is done, and I will show you some pictures of how it looks like. And here you can see how it matches with the rest of the terrain. The walls and the gates of our previous build, our Gang Stronghold. Here's the watchtower with the hanging corpse on the tiles. So yeah, I also painted the ladder in blue as you just saw. So with that, I would like to thank you all very much for watching this video, and again for all the support. I really appreciate all of you, and there is more to come in the future. A lot more Necromunda. I'm also going to do fantasy terrain as well soon, so yeah, stick around, and thank you all for watching, guys, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now. Bye.